Hello friends, this is the second video tutorial for the rePricer Pro add-on. Today we'll talk about the process of adding a competitor and setting the parsing attributes rules. If you are not familiar with this add-on yet, we recommend watching the first video where all the functionality of this add-on is reviewed in general terms. So let's suppose we have a competitor whose prices we want to monitor and then change ours depending on the data received. As you can see, the competitor's website has products with a different set of attributes. Somewhere there is a common price and a discount price. The other product has a price with a promo code, and on another tab we don't have any of that. Besides, the product is not in stock. We can parse all this data by creating various rules, which we'll now go through. Let's go to the admin area and take a look at this. On the Add-ons Manager page, let's find our add-on and open the list of competitors. Here, let's add a new competitor. Enter general information in order to navigate in the future. All the settings available on the Product Attributes tab. First, let's add these links to the products we just looked at. We'll parse them and look at the result of the rules. Let's download their HTML code right away. Preloading the HTML code allows you to test groups of rules for as long as often you like, since in this case we only check once decide to download the HTML code and not every time during the test, which will avoid competitors' possible IP defense. Here we can also add various nodes for these links so that it will be easier to navigate later. Now a few words about rules and group of the rules. A rule is an elementary action on the HTML code of the page, like getting HTML code by selectors, deleting a line by labels, removing spaces, and so on. And rule groups are needed to execute a series of rules to step-by-step approach the desired attribute in the HTML code of the page. Each subsequent rule works with the result of the previous rule. Each attribute might have several groups. The groups will be executed one by one until the correct result is obtained. This is necessary when a competitor has several types of layout of the product page with different position, classes, and so on. First thing we need to get is the competitor's full price. This is a price that the discount applies to, although it may not be available on the website at all. In this example, it's available and equals to $99. How do we get it? We add a new group of rules and inside we will create several steps to obtain the final result. At the moment there are 14 rules. We will use today one of the easiest and most practical techniques where the beginning is to search for a CSS selector. Using this functionality requires the minimum knowledge of HTML and CSS. Let's see the code of this element with the help of Chrome DevTools. Quite often, sites can define the parser as a bot and give it a completely different HTML code than the one we see in the browser. If so, then you need to build selectors by analyzing the loaded HTML code. As you can see, the value of 99 is wrapped in a small tag that refers to paragraph P and is in the form. Here at the very bottom we see the entire tree up to the latest selected nesting. We're just going to copy the selector. Insert the value here, trim it down to the last 3 nests, which is the best option, and choose to get text. Let's test it right away. Excellent, the price is there. Now we need to get rid of the $sign and convert the value to number format. Let's do it. Find and replace, $, leave it blank. Now convert to number. You also need to add a check to always be sure that the resulting value is exactly numerical. Let's check whether it's a number and whether it's greater than 1. Test one more time, and we see a successful result with the required value of 99. If the result is unsuccessful and there is another rule group for this attribute, then a second attempt will be made to parse the attribute, and so on. Next, let's set up a competitor's selling price. This is the price which the purchase of the product is possible, but excluding the possible discount from the coupon. Here, in the first example, we also have it and it equals to $77. Getting it is just as easy. Create 3 steps as in the previous example. So, the first one is find by CSS selector. Here we also copy the selector, paste it into the value of our rule, trim it to 3 elements and select get text. Next, similar to the first example, we remove the currency sign and convert the value to a numerical format, not forgetting to add a check for a number. The next attribute is the discount price. It only applies with the use of the discount coupon. An example is the product number 2. Here we need to get the value of $31.99. This time we will try to use a different set of rules by getting the HTML code of a specific container and removing all unnecessary. In this case, we can get the code of this entire form and delete the code between these 2 labels. So the first rule will be search by CSS selector and get all the inner form code. The selector here will be products, form, form. Then we remove all the extra code between the tags along with the tags themselves, which we'll copy from the source code. Convert to a number as usual and add a check. Done. Our next item is the in-stock attribute of the product. Let's make a rule to get the result Y or N depending on whether the product is in stock or not. These are the only possible options for this attribute. Using the CSS selector, we get the text with the value in stock or out of stock. In our case, this is products container, form, and a class in stock. Now we convert to a logic type with the Y value if we have it in stock. Accordingly, we will get N in any other case. Now let's check our links. We got the value we need, great. As you can see in example number 3, the result is N because the return value is out of stock. The last attribute is information about the promotion or discounts. It's not necessary at all and is needed simply for your convenience in order to understand the whole picture. But let's still get this short description of the promotion from example number 2. To do this, we will use the rule with the selector and that's it. We will have products, form and span promo. And here is our result. Today we have learned how to add new competitors and create rules for parsing competitors' attributes. The question may arise, why do we need, in addition to sale price, to parse such optional attributes as full price, availability and price by promotional code? The answer lies in the fact that in the next versions of this add-on we are going to add system of reports. It will allow you to analyze the prices of competitors, having all the additional information and make the right decision based on these analytics. That's it, friends. I hope this video with examples will help you in creating attributes. Next time we'll talk in more details about formulas and pricing process. Subscribe to our channel and all the social medias to always stay up to date with all the updates and new releases from Alex Branding team.